Hey, what's up, A player? What's an A player? It's someone who's on top of their game. High skill set, but also the best attitude, right? So I'm calling you an A player, speaking that to existence, but that's besides the point. Right now, we're about to head to the speaking engagement, right? What I'm actually speaking on, which is dope. When you're speaking to a group of real estate investors, inspiring, salivating, waiting for that content, just like you. And we're gonna talk about how to find deals out of state. Not just any deal, not just fix and flip, not single family, but multi-unit deals for people who want that cash flow. It's great. So it's a mastermind. If you guys aren't in any mastermind, you definitely need to join one. Do we have one at 100% Finance? No, we don't. But if you want us to host a mastermind, please comment below, because we love to listen to all your comments, respond to them, and we want to give the people what they want. That's why they call me the People's Mentor. I'm here to provide you with the mentorship that you need to succeed in real estate investing. All right, guys, so without further ado, we're about to hit the road. So we're gonna take some clips. So you might not see everything. If you don't like the editing, just blame Daniel. All right, because he's our editor. Let me show that, because that dude's actually pretty swole. He might handle me with ease. But anyway, just stay tuned. We're gonna have a bunch of clips on real estate investing shortly. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you guys like motivated to get passive income, be financially free? Is that pretty much the vibe or the goals of everyone in the group? The reason why I asked that is kind of like your New Year's resolutions. You ever made one of those before? Every year. Every year, right? And what's like the most common New Year's resolution? Lose weight, right? With the hot wings right there, right in our face. All that temptation right there, right? But we want to lose weight, right? And what normally happens maybe a month or two after we made that resolution?
And we've lost about 5 pounds and gained about 10.
So lose 5, gain 10, net 5. So why is that? Commitment. So this is the reason why I bring all that up. I think one of the biggest reasons that helped me become financially free and independent at 30 years old, where I had 30 rental units at 30 years old. No longer had to work at a 9 to 5. That's when I turned in my 2 weeks notice. What enabled me is I had accountability partners. So this is what we did. We met up every other Sunday, I kid you not, in New York City, every other Sunday, whether it was at a bar, coffee shop, restaurant, whatever. Every other Sunday we met up and we went over each other's goals. Now the goals were broken down to short milestones, 2-week sprints. You guys familiar with sprints? Right, 2 weeks to knock something out. And this is what we did. We said, all right, it was me, I was into real estate. It was Rob, he was into coffee shops. And it was JR, he was into franchises, edible arrangements. So we all had different vehicles, right? But we all had one goal, to say goodbye to 9 to 5. And guess what happened if I didn't meet my goal? Drinks on me. Right? That was my penalty for not meeting my goal. All right, so I share that to say because this is a learning opportunity, don't get me wrong. You're here to acquire knowledge. But me starting out in real estate investing, I didn't attend networking events for the knowledge. That was more so the icing on the cake. That was the benefit, the cherry on top. I attended networking events, keyword, for the networking, to forge accountability groups. Who's in here closed a deal, let's say, within the past 24 months? What, 4 or 5 people? I would reach out to these people. They can be your accountability partner or a local mentor, right? If you have a day job, working 40 hours a week, you can spare maybe 12 to 20 hours a week, your spare time, to close on a deal every 6 months. It's doable. And that's what you gotta do with your goals, right? You gotta make sure you break them down into bite-sized chunks, right? What's the difference between a dream and a goal? Action, correct. But a plan prior to action. Because most people will dream up something, but not necessarily iron out the details and actionable steps towards obtaining it, okay? But adults, grown-ups, they make sure they have a plan of action, okay? So this is the plan of action that I took. I will always find the money, meaning where am I going to raise the capital for the down payment, the closing costs, soft costs. Those are the costs incurred prior to closing the deal, like property inspections and appraisals, things of that nature. I'll also look into getting seller financing and a mortgage. I will find the money. Because when you're working with agents, we have some agents in the room, or deal finders. Right, what's one of the main things you ask a client? Show me the money, right? Are you pre-qualified for financing? Right, and just like working out is all based upon your consistency. You're not gonna lose all that weight tomorrow, right? But as long as you have a consistent effort of eating right and exercising, slowly but surely, you'll start to see the results. So it's the same thing, right? If you take that 15 units per year, you can break it down to 2 deals a year. Buy a 7 unit and an 8 unit. A 4 unit, 11 unit, however you want to match it up. It's doable. That's how I did it. I just broke down all my numbers, I planned thoroughly, and I said, okay, cool. As long as I devote about 10 to 15 to 20 hours a week on working towards becoming a full-time real estate investor, I did it in 4 years. Within 4 years, you can quit your 9 to 5. It's like for every problem, there's like a multitudinous amount of solutions. So why would we say no, or we say we can't do it? Right, just be confident. For every problem, there's more than one solution. Real estate investing is a people's game and a numbers game. As long as you have people with the relationships and you just realize this is a numbers game, you'll do well in this game. Because not everyone purchases, not everyone's the impulse buyer and will buy an item the first time they see it, right? So that's why you see these big corporations always marketing to you constantly, because they know by the 7th to 12th attempt of putting this image before your eyes, you'll be a customer. It's all science. A king discovers a matter. A fool relies on his own insight. It's all science. You just gotta research it out. You wanna be able to speak about the 3 M's. Have you guys ever heard of 3 M's before? So this is what I discuss with every, let's say, wholesaler, listing agent that I bring on my team. This is the 3 M's. I always discuss the money, the model, and the market. Don't compromise. What I mean by that, many people think, oh, this person's an expert, so they can tell me what to do. No, you're the real estate entrepreneur. You tell other parties, whether it's agents, mortgage lenders, attorneys, and so forth, how you want to do business, okay? You call the shots. No, because sometimes, especially in entrepreneurship, right, as a business person, it's sometimes it could be difficult. You get unexpected things thrown at you because there's no manual of how to do your type of business. So a lot of stuff you just learn as you go. And sometimes when you do face these setbacks or failures, tribulations, and so forth, it can put a damper on your motivation. You don't feel motivated. You don't feel motivated to get up and network, or you might not feel motivated to try again because you got knocked down so many times. But that's why you have to fill your mind up with these books, with affirmations, and with the right people. So that way, even though you're in the midst of turmoil, even though you might have had several different setbacks, it's like, you know what, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to figure this thing out. It's like you have to be motivated. You have to encourage yourself. That's one thing I like about David in the Bible. It said David, he encouraged himself in the Lord. You have to encourage yourself. Because oftentimes you might not have someone who can encourage you and give you a pat on the back. Because you might have people say, oh, you're going the wrong way, you're doing it wrong. Why would you want to do this? It's too risky, this and this. But you got to stay motivated. All right, stay motivated. It's your responsibility, no one else's.